Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we'll see one of the more dangerous passing offenses. The Lions are top 10 in passing TDs, and they go up against the Seahawks defense that will need to be on its game. The weather outside in Detroit was down into single digits, but let's go inside to Ford Field as we welcome in our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL sends us to the state of Michigan as we are inside Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. Here's Thomas Rawls with his first carry. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The starters for the Seahawks of Seattle on the offensive side. Charles, they could use a big game from Thomas Rawls.
And they really loved what they got out of him last year because an undrafted player is not supposed to give you nearly 6 yards a carry in production. And that's exactly what he did. They need a big game out of him, and they expect it.
Off the play fake to Rawls. Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
First down, this is Rawls. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And the defensive line controls the offensive front the way we just saw there. It doesn't allow any of the offensive linemen to leak downfield and get to the linebackers and block them on the 2nd level. You end up with the type of play we just saw. Linebackers didn't have to fight anyone off, didn't have to knock anyone to the side, didn't have to elude anyone trying to block them. They just saw the play, ran to the ball, and finished things off.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to face a 3rd down. And now the Lions defensive starters.
When I see Sharif Floyd hit the field, I think of all the potential he has, and it's a lot of fun watching that come to the surface.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Over the middle, it's complete. It'll be a gain of 16 and give them a first down as well. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Wilson backing up, trying to lay one up deep. And they went big on first down, proves unfruitful.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. Second and 10 now, Wilson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
To throw again is Wilson. Complete. Richardson has it. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Normally when you put together a 3-4 defense, defense, you want massive people up front who can eat up blockers and allow the linebackers to run free. But how about the big fella right there? Breaking all codes and getting into the backfield and making the play.
Now Wilson on second down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board. But give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
They come out here in the eye. Stafford giving to his fullback, Burton. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
2nd down following the run. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Play clock winding down. From his own goal line, Stafford. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And got his man complete. A big play there for Detroit. And even 60 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said.
And oh, his first carry, he loses the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule. Where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
The Seahawks, here's their defensive lineup. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Third and 2, Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. In motion left is Baldwin. Baldwin goes in motion right. second down. Rawls. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Third and 2, now Wilson. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now it's Wilson. And Graham's got it over the middle. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in position. To throw on second down is Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Third and long, it's Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it brings up 4th down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Fielded at the 43. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Wilson to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So completion on 2nd down, that brings up 3rd. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And that is incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target, and it's 4th down.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty possession there, and you have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise if this would come up short.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On the ground with a fullback, Burton. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a 1st down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Fresh set of downs here.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Receiver. Say. We're rolling. Lady. Hey, check back. Rocket. Watch the twist.
Stafford on 1st down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Shift together here from the D-line. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Levante David able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. Wonder what. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. From the gun on third down, Stafford. He's going to rifle one deep left side. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a third down. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Wilson, and he locates Luke Wilson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. A gain of 3, second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On second down, Wilson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Thomas Rawls there, and it's third down.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in a running back drop.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. Now it's Wilson. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back to the booth right after this. So on 4th down, here's the Canadian-born punter John Ryan to kick it away for Seattle. Back deep is Philip Dorsett. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Dorsett on the return. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On second down, here's Stafford. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And incomplete on the deep ball. Roughing the passer. That's shades of Charles Davis back in his playing days.
Oh, I sure wish it had been, Brandon. Back in my day, I didn't hit anyone hard enough to rough the passer. I had a number of teammates that handled that for me.
For the offense lining up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On 1st down, Wilson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On the ground, rolls. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Thomas Rawls, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And it's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And Detroit getting set to go now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT. He's got time. Going up top. And this is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Robbie Anderson as the first half is winding down. And the Lions have tied it. If they hit the extra point, they'll have the lead. And he puts it through. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
And they will not even get to the line here as we'll get a delay. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now it's Wilson. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Jeez, they don't even want to let their guys get a drink of water. All right, third quarter. Let's get to it. So both teams have their marching orders. Get going again here in quarter number 3.